Hello everyone. Today we will be exploring Sedona. There are many attractions to Sedona. First, it has a worldwide reputation as a spiritual mecca and attracts healers, artists, and spiritual guides. You will hear about powerful energy vortex. Those are said to be enhanced energy sites that make it easier to do meditation as well as mind and body healing. It is a haven for outdoors enthusiasts for its outstanding hiking sites. It also has 4 golf courses set in some of the most scenic places in Arizona. In this video, we will be covering 4 wonderful hikes that we did, as well as other popular trails that you might want to add to your list. Here is our first trail. It's called Moon's Wagon Trail to Merry-Go-Round Rock. It is 6.4 miles in length with a net elevation gain of 1,300 feet, and it is considered to be a moderate trail. Right here, the water had actually a thin coat of ice. We were there in early February in the morning, and it was the perfect weather for hiking. As you can see, the main attraction for this trail are the spectacular views. The All Trail website will give it a 5-star rating, mainly for that reason. There's also a 4x4 road that parallels this trail. For us, the trail wasn't that busy at the beginning of February, but we can still hear the Jeeps going up and down that road. For those of you who prefer not to hike, there is a number of companies that can take you up there, or if you have a high clearance 4x4, you can take the road yourself. Our second trail that we're going to look into here is called Bell Rock and is one of the easiest to recognize. We saw it on the video at the beginning with the Red Rock Scenic Byway. You can see it on the road every time you go. Hiking is about 1 mile. There are some cairns to follow, but soon it becomes a free-for-all. The best way is to try some routes and maybe check the wear on the sandstone. And again, the views are worth the trip. This section here is easily reachable from the parking lot, so it's a perfect family outing if you don't want to hike all around the rock. And there's a lot of flat areas where you can have some picnics or just sit around for a while and admire the view. One of the main issues that you will be faced with in Sedona is the parking situation. There is not a lot of space and it fills up very quickly. One of the ways to deal with this is you have to be there very early in the morning before the gates open. And parking is not permitted on the streets at the trailheads. What we found out since then is that there is a shuttle service that runs year-round from Thursdays to Sundays. That makes a world of a difference, so you might want to look into that. Now here is the very popular Devil's Bridge, which is in reality an arch. It's the biggest sandstone arch in Sedona. It stands 54 foot tall and 45 feet long. The trail to get there is between 4 and 6 miles, depending if you have a 4x4 that would take you closer to park. The net elevation gain is 520 feet, which is mostly concentrated at the end of the trail right before the arch. Now, because of its popularity, you should arrive early to find parking. The trail's main parking is called Dry Creek Vista Head Trail. Since the net elevation gain is mainly at the end, there's going to be a lot of stairs and it's going to be pretty steep. Just pace yourself. Here is the view as you cross the bridge, but you don't have to cross the bridge in order to enjoy it. It's just as much fun to see people go over it, and the view on the side is absolutely breathtaking. Now, if you go in the summer month, I would suggest that you bring plenty of water. In July, the temperature will reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
We kissed and he held me tight. He was beautiful. Oh, he's so beautiful. I'm lost in the depth of his eyes. I'm lost and I can't find a way out. But I don't wanna get out. Wake me up when the starlight is so bright. Wake me up when it's all said and done. 'Cause I don't wanna be closer. I don't wanna be when you're gone. Wake me up when the starlight is so bright. Wake me up when the heart is tight. 'Cause I don't wanna be closer. I don't wanna be.
Now, here we are at Soldier's Pass. On this trail, you will hike past Devil's Kitchen, 7 sacred pools, and finally, Soldier's Cave. 7 sacred pools were named by the Apaches. They were considered sacred because they provided drinking water year-round. And here we are at Soldier's Cave, definitely one of the main attractions on this trail. The entrance, however, is not that obvious, but since it's so popular, chances are you're going to meet somebody who's going to be able to indicate the path. If not, at the bottom right there in the corner, there's a couple of boulders that have to be climbed in order to access the cave itself. Now here's a perfect place to take a break. It's right after the cave itself. And since this trail is a loop, you will be going back to the 7 sacred pools as well as Devil's Kitchen. And speaking of Devil's Kitchen, what it is, it's a massive sinkhole that resulted from the collapse of a cave back in 1880 and again in 1989. Now we have just left Sedona and we're on our way to Petrified Forest. This is going to be our next video. We took State Route 89 and we made a pit stop here at this rest area. It's called Halfway Picnic Area, which is a very, very nice place. Now, as far as Sedona is concerned, just to tell you a little bit where it's located, it's about 5 hours from Joshua Tree, 2 hours from Phoenix, Arizona, and about 2 hours from the Grand Canyon. Other trails that you might want to put on your list is Cathedral Rock, Broken Arrow Trail, and Boynton Canyon Trail. Right after all these switchbacks, there's a place called Oak Creek Vista. You're going to see a sign on the highway which is coming right there. The scenic view. Definitely worth the stop. So I hope you enjoyed this video.